Let's talk about that little light staring back at you from the dashboard. You know the one, the check engine light. What is it really trying to tell you? Is it just a minor hiccup, or is your car trying to scream for help before something catastrophic happens? The truth is, ignoring that little symbol is one of the quickest ways people turn a super simple fix into a wallet-destroying nightmare. Most cars rolling off the assembly line today are genuinely engineered to go the distance. We're talking 500,000 kilometers without breaking a sweat. Yet most people get rid of their cars in about 8 years. The secret to a long-lasting vehicle isn't some expensive extended warranty. It's you. It's about a few simple, powerful habits that most drivers completely overlook. Let's break down the 6 golden rules that will keep your car running smoothly for years, long after the warranty has become a distant memory. 1. Never, ever ignore warning lights. Think of your dashboard as your car's way of talking to you. Those warning lights aren't just there for decoration. They are a direct line of communication, a cry for help. Ignoring them is like putting duct tape over a fire alarm. Sure, it stops the noise, but it doesn't put out the fire. That check engine light, for example, can be a real mystery. Sometimes it could be something as laughably simple as a loose gas cap that you forgot to tighten, a 5-second fix. But other times it could be your car's last warning before a critical failure, like a bad oxygen sensor that's destroying your fuel economy, or a failing catalytic converter, which is an incredibly expensive repair. And what about a flashing oil light? That's not a suggestion. That's a code red alert signaling dangerously low oil pressure, the kind of thing that can seize your engine and turn your car into a very heavy, very expensive lawn ornament in minutes. Thankfully, modern cars come equipped with an OBD2 diagnostic system. With a very cheap code reader, you can plug it in and get a basic idea of what's wrong. You don't have to be a master mechanic, but taking these warnings seriously and acting on them quickly is the #1 thing that will save you from massive repair bills down the road. 2. Drive it like you want to keep it. How you handle your car on a daily basis has a bigger impact on its lifespan than almost anything else. Are you an aggressive driver? Do you love the thrill of flooring the gas pedal the second the light turns green and then slamming on the brakes at the last possible second? While it might feel fun for a moment, you are waging a war against your car's mechanical components. Every single one of those sudden accelerations and hard stops puts immense stress on the engine, the transmission, the brakes, and the suspension. It's a recipe for premature wear and tear, leading to frequent and costly repairs. Instead, try to adopt a smoother, more deliberate driving style. Be gentle with the gas pedal when you take off. Look ahead and anticipate when you'll need to slow down, allowing the car to coast instead of relying solely on the brakes. On the highway, using cruise control whenever possible is a fantastic way to reduce stress on your engine and transmission by keeping the revs stable. Also, think about what you're hauling. Unnecessary weight is the enemy of efficiency and longevity. And here's a crucial tip for cold weather. When you first start your engine, give it a minute or two to idle before you drive off. This isn't an old myth. This short wait allows the engine oil to circulate properly and reach every moving part, dramatically reducing wear during those critical first moments of operation. Let's pause for a second. Growing this channel needs your help. Like, comment, and subscribe, or join and support more directly. Let's roll. 3. Don't forget the transmission fluid and filter. Your transmission is one of the most complex and expensive systems in your entire vehicle. Replacing one can easily cost thousands of dollars. Yet so many people treat it with a set it and forget it mentality, and that is a massive mistake. The fluid inside is the lifeblood of your transmission, and neglecting it can lead to all sorts of nasty problems, like harsh, jerky shifts, overheating, and eventually total failure. Over time, that transmission fluid breaks down, gets contaminated with tiny metal particles, and loses its ability to lubricate and cool effectively. This forces the internal components to work harder, leading to rapid wear. For most automatic transmissions, a fluid change is recommended somewhere between 50,000 and 100,000 kilometers. However, if you're putting your vehicle under severe stress, like towing heavy loads, driving in mountainous terrain, or living in extreme hot or cold climates, you need to shorten that interval significantly. And don't let a mechanic tell you that just changing the fluid is enough. The filter is just as critical. A clogged filter restricts fluid flow, which starves the transmission and can cause just as much damage as old, dirty fluid. It's a team effort. Always change the fluid and the filter together. 4. Keep the cooling system in perfect health. If the transmission fluid is the lifeblood, then the cooling system is your engine's personal bodyguard. Its entire job is to protect your engine from its #1 enemy, heat. Letting this system fall into disrepair is asking for trouble of the most catastrophic kind. We're talking about blown head gaskets, warped engine blocks, and damage so severe that the entire engine becomes a write-off. The first and easiest step is to regularly check your coolant level. Make sure you're using the correct type of fluid specified in your owner's manual, which is almost always a 50-50 mix of antifreeze and distilled water. Over time, antifreeze loses its protective qualities and can actually become corrosive, leading to rust and gunk building up inside the system. That's why a full system flush and refill is necessary, typically every 50,000 to 80,000 kilometers, or whatever your manufacturer suggests. While you're under the hood checking the fluid, take a moment to inspect the radiator hoses and clamps. Even a tiny, barely noticeable leak can be enough to cause your engine to overheat on a hot day, leaving you stranded on the side of the road. 5. Invest in quality parts and fluids. I get it. When you're faced with a repair, the temptation to save a few bucks by opting for the cheapest parts you can find is strong. But I'm telling you, this is one of the most common mistakes that ends up costing people way more in the long run. Using cheap, low-quality parts or fluids might seem like a smart move at first, but it's a short-term gain for a long-term pain. Your car was designed to work with specific formulations and tolerances. When you use inferior engine oil, transmission fluid, antifreeze, or brake fluid, you're compromising the integrity of those systems. The same goes for physical parts. Choosing the bargain bin option for critical components like filters, spark plugs, and especially brake pads is a terrible idea. Those cheap parts wear out faster, and worse, they can cause a domino effect of damage to other, more expensive components. For instance, a set of low-quality brake pads might overheat easily, which can warp your brake rotors. Now, instead of a simple pad swap, you're looking at a much more expensive repair build to replace the rotors as well. Making the smart investment in quality, reputable brands for your parts and fluids isn't about spending more money. It's about protecting your car and saving yourself from much bigger headaches down the line. 6. Treat the maintenance schedule as your Bible. Finally, let's bring it all together. Your car's owner's manual contains a maintenance schedule. This isn't just a list of friendly suggestions. It is the definitive roadmap, engineered by the people who built your car to ensure its health and prevent expensive failures. At the very heart of this schedule is the regular engine oil change. Fresh oil is absolutely essential for keeping the engine clean and ensuring all the moving parts are properly lubricated. When you skip oil changes, sludge builds up inside the engine, components grind against each other, and eventually, you're looking at total engine failure. While a general rule is to change the oil every 8,000 to 10,000 kilometers, your specific car schedule is the one you must follow. But maintenance is so much more than just oil. This schedule tells you when to check and replace other critical items like the air filter, the cabin air filter, and the spark plugs. A clogged air filter chokes your engine and ruins fuel economy. Worn-out spark plugs can cause misfires and rough running. The schedule also covers vital fluids like coolant, brake fluid, and that transmission fluid we talked about. It's the master plan that ensures everything gets the attention it needs when it needs it. By simply following this schedule, you're doing more to extend the life of your vehicle than any fancy gadget or upgrade could ever hope to accomplish. Your car takes care of you every single day. It's up to you to give it the care it deserves in return.